Storytime, the series where I tell you stories based on true events shared by people who wish to share their scariest moments. This video is about a young boy who was physically and mentally disturbed by a ghost, forcing his body motionless. This is his story. This guy goes by the name Budi Citra, who's now 27. This story dates back to when he was 5 years old and was staying in government quarters made of wood. The house was spacious and large, but the downfall of the house was that the toilet was outside, which made it pretty scary to go to the toilet at night. Budi Citra had 3 elder siblings and his parents all slept together in the same room on combined mattresses on the floor. Budi Citra usually sleeps on the most right of the mattress. His father sleeps next to him, followed by his 3 siblings and his mother at the other end of their combined mattresses. At the age of 5, Budi Citra had a habit of sleeping on his stomach. This position is really bad for the spine and can help reduce snoring, but at the age of 5, that was not the reason. He was simply used to sleeping in that position, and that's how he was brought up at that age. So one night, he slept on his stomach and happened to wake up at 3 in the morning, needing to go to the toilet. He was frustrated and scared since his toilet is outside and he's the only one awake. As he was about to turn his sleeping position to face up, he heard a noise coming from on top of the mattress. It sounded and felt like something was jumping on the mattress. Being the youngest in the family and the only kid at that time, he thought one of his family members were getting up from bed, because that's what it sounded like. At this time, he was still lying on his stomach and hadn't turned around just yet. He tried turning around, but felt something heavy was holding him down. Not literally holding him down, but more of a heaviness that was weighing on his back, restraining his movements. Then, the sounds on the bed stopped. He heard someone walking on the wooden floor, dragging his feet. There was also this weird metal sound he heard that would rattle at every step. He had to know what it was. When he looked, the sound stopped, and there was nothing on the floor or on the bed. He kept feeling this heaviness on his back. It took a lot of energy to turn his head around and look behind him. The moment he turned his head around, he saw it. It was sitting on him, on his waist. A face so dark it reflects no light. It had eyes and nose, but no mouth. Dressed in armor with sharp spikes pointing out on his shoulders. Its stench was the smell of burnt carbon that stank so bad he never smelled anything worse. To him, it was the stench of hell. He tried to scream, but he couldn't make a sound. All he could do was scream in his thoughts. He tried reaching for his father, who slept closest to him, but he only managed to touch the blanket. Struggling to move every muscle in his body, he laid still, helpless. He became so tired of crying and trying to move that he was at the very brink of losing all the energy he had. And at that moment, he suddenly felt the weight on his back slowly fading. Slowly, the heaviness was decreasing. He heard footsteps getting further and further away from him. The moment he felt free enough to move, he sat upright and looked towards his parents. They were sound asleep and didn't notice anything. When the creature sat on him, he couldn't even hear the sound of crickets, but now he started hearing the sound of his father's snoring. As he turned his head towards the door, he saw the creature again, standing and facing him, as tall as the ceiling, eye to eye. And the creature slowly faded away into its shadow until it disappeared. Budi Citra was only 5 when he went through this event, and said he can't forget the face of the creature ever since. Many people who heard his story have claimed it false, since not many of us can remember events we faced at such a young age. Others say it's lucid dreaming, yet he insisted it was the truth and denied all allegations. He believes it was real. Do you believe he was a child vulnerably disturbed by a demon? Or do you think it was just the imagination of a 5-year-old? This is the end of this storytime episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. This is Defies. See you next time.